A woman was deep in prayer at Al-Aqsa Mosque. A moment of pure devotion, a scene of serene faith. But right then, just then, Israeli soldiers did the unthinkable. They unleashed vicious, snarling dogs straight at her. What unfolded next, though, was something beyond belief. A miracle pure and powerful. Subhanallah. No one could have ever imagined such a divine twist. The soldiers, trained in cruelty, stood frozen, shocked, because what they saw was faith in action, a moment that changed everything. Even the woman's calm, unwavering reaction swept through the hearts of millions across the world. If you're a proud Muslim, hit that like button and subscribe now. Let's find out. How many of us are still standing firm in our faith, no matter what? In the sacred heart of Jerusalem, where every stone whispers stories from centuries past, amidst ancient alleyways and echoing calls of faith, lives a tale that will stir your soul. A tale belonging to a humble woman named Amina. She wasn't just a believer, she was a beacon of hope. Her love for the Al-Aqsa Mosque wasn't just spiritual. It was etched into her very soul. For years she had only dreamed of offering just 2 rockets inside those blessed walls. But the cruel grip of occupation had turned her dream into something distant, nearly unreachable, especially for women, especially under the constant watch of those who denied access under harsh, baseless excuses. But then came that one morning, a morning where heaven met earth, a morning soaked in divine mercy. Before the adhan of far had even echoed through the sky, Amina awakened, her heart trembling yet firm. She made her ablution, dressed modestly, and stepped into the biting cold of Jerusalem's dawn. The sky was still a canvas of darkness, the air sharp, yet her spirit burned with the warmth of faith. As she approached the mosque's main entrance, as always, heavily armed soldiers were standing there, expressionless, cold. Once again, women were being turned away. Amina didn't shout. She didn't plead loudly. She simply asked, humbly, softly, "Let me pray. Just a few moments, please." But the response, brutal. A harsh stare. A colder voice barked, "No. Go back home." Oh. Amina did not back down. Her determination was stronger than steel. She believed there must be a corner, a place, some silent spot within the mosque's vast space that could escape the gaze of oppressors. Quiet as a breeze, she slipped past, and found herself in a lonely corner on the mosque's eastern side. It was quiet, peaceful, as if angels themselves had made room for her. There she stood. Her hands rose in takbir. Her lips began whispering the words of prayer. Her heart entirely surrendered to Allah. In that moment, time itself seemed to pause. But peace in that moment was short-lived. From behind a stone pillar, an angry voice erupted. A young soldier, furious, appeared. "Didn't I tell you? Prayers are not allowed," he shouted. He raised his walkie-talkie and barked an order. "We've got a woman praying by the east wall. Get here. Now." In minutes, more soldiers arrived, mocking her, laughing like jackals. One sneered, "You'll learn today what happens when you break our orders." Another, grinning wickedly, suggested, "Let's send the Belgian dogs in. That'll teach her, and any other woman watching." And they did. Dogs, massive, snarling, terrifying, were released. These weren't ordinary dogs. These were trained beasts. Their red eyes glowed with hatred. Their teeth, sharp, dripping, ready to tear. A commander raised his hand and growled the command, "Attack!" But just as they lunged forward, something happened. Amina was finishing her prayer. She didn't run. She didn't scream. She raised her hands high and cried out, "Ya Allah! You are my protector. Only you can deliver me. I stand for you. I place my trust in you. Don't abandon me." And silence. Heavy, unnatural silence. The dogs, just inches from attacking, stopped. Mid-lunge. They sat, quiet, ill. Then they looked upward toward the sky, as if they were listening to a sound no one else could hear. A voice from above. Then came the most bewildering moment of all. One dog bent forward into ruku, then sujud, and another followed, and then another. The same beasts, now prostrating. With Amina. Subhanallah! What power was this? The soldiers, stunned, mouths open, eyes wide. What sorcery is this? One whispered. Another trembled, gripping his weapon tighter in fear. The commander, frustrated, barked, "Attack again!" But the dogs didn't move. Instead they turned against their masters, growling, teeth bared, not at Amina but at the soldiers. One leapt, another snarled. The chaos exploded. Soldiers screamed, scrambled, slipped. Some dropped their guns. Others ran like children chased by nightmares. Amina. She was still in sujud. Untouched. Protected. As if wrapped in light. She stood up calmly. Finished her prayer. The dogs. Like bodyguards, they circled her gently. Not wild beasts anymore but guardians. Servants of faith. The story spread like fire in dry grass. A woman prayed. And the dogs bowed with her. People whispered. People wept. Some soldiers began trembling at the very thought of seeing a veiled woman. The balance of fear had shifted. That night the soldiers, humiliated, gathered in secret. Their faces pale. "She's a witch," barked a commanding officer. "She'll turn the people against us." And so, revenge was plotted. Dark, quiet revenge. They sent spies. Found her home. A tiny, simple place. Her husband. Her son. Just a child. Their plan. Strike at night when no one would see. But Allah is the best of planners. That night, Amina sensed something. While tending to her husband, she noticed shadows at the window. She rushed to her son and whispered, "Go, quickly, to the neighbors." The boy slipped away. Then the door crashed open. "Where is she? Where's the witch?" The soldiers yelled. Amina stood tall, brave. "My only crime," she said, "is that I wish to pray in the house of Allah." The officer laughed cruelly. "Your dogs won't save you now." They opened a cage. More savage beasts inside. But the moment those dogs stepped into the room, they stopped. Their heads tilted. Then they began barking. Rhythmically. Like chanting. Like praising Allah. Then came divine fury. The dogs lunged, not at Amina, but at the soldiers. One leapt and knocked a gun away. The soldiers screamed, panicked. "These aren't dogs, they're soldiers from the skies." Neighbors rushed in with whatever they had. Sticks, stones, courage. "Leave her be," they shouted. The soldiers fled, stumbling into the night. The dogs remained behind, guarding Amina once again. From that night, she became known as the woman the dogs prayed with. People whispered, "Could this be a sign?" Even soldiers, upon seeing a niqab or hijab, would step aside in fear. But Amina never sought glory. She never wanted fame. All she wanted was to pray in peace. And so she did. Every day after that. The dogs remained nearby, like loyal angels in disguise. She prayed not just for herself, but for Jerusalem, for freedom, for justice, for peace. Let us remember her story, not as a myth, but as a reminder. Faith is our strongest weapon. And for the one who trusts in Allah, He is always enough. Let's all say it together. Alhamdulillah.